Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's great to see all of you today. Move Beyond is the new brand platform of Cathay Pacific. I could spend the next 15 minutes to tell you all about it and show you the number of innovation that we have got. But I think instead, it will be more useful if I can talk about how corporates such as ourselves work with startups. And I'll start by sharing with you the IT transformation story that we have gone through. I've been with the airlines for 28 years. And this is the IT of Cathay Pacific used to be 10 years ago. It was small, it was decentralized, it has a lot of legacy systems. Many of them were end of life, actually almost most of them. But it works. We are in a highly regulated industry. There are a lot of standards about aviations, and we were happy with the way we were until such time that we know that we cannot carry on like that. We knew we need to move on. We knew that we need to put in new infrastructure. We need to be able to scale up, so to welcome the new world. So we make the call, make the investment. We get in new talents from all over the world and hope to transform ourselves into a modern IT department that can support the airlines. A lot of investment, time, resources has gone into the projects, but we were struggling. These are just a number of incidents that we have on a daily basis. We are having a hard time even making a small change, to the extent that the IT department became the laughing stock of the company. And we knew that we got to make bigger changes. And we got to move away just from pouring money into the problem. So about 3 years ago, we determined to make vital and final change. We have restructured ourselves. We have been real to ourselves what has been working and what other changes need to be done. Luckily, the world has moved on. There are new technologies that is a lot easier for all big corporates like ourselves to transform to a different companies. So we have been trying to move away from what you see in these pictures. There was a time, and I was still with the business unit, when I walked into a meetings, I was the only one from the BU, but there are at least half a dozen people from IT with various interesting titles. And at the end of the day, you don't know who is making the decisions, who is the one who can help you, and who will get the job done. So 3 years ago, we started to introduce new way of working. To all of you, these are the stuff that are almost like hygiene factors, but it was important at the time for a big corporation like ourselves, and those are the essential elements for us to make a step change. So that help us to break down the silo. Agile innovations help us to move a lot faster. And in a very short period of time, we moved many of our apps to the cloud, that you all understand the benefit of doing so. But if I tell you that these are the reasons why we have changed and become a lot better, no, that's not it. In fact, through the lessons, we have learned that the major changes was all about the culture and the mindset. And these are problems that is not just unique to us, but quite common across big corporations. People work in silos, frontline are not being empowered, it takes forever to make decisions, nobody is accountable, and information is not being shared. Not to mention about not being able to scale up because of all the legacies. So these are the painful lessons that we have learned. And I think from a startup point of view, we talk so much about how important the product is, how user-friendly, great UX, UI, design, seamless. These are all true. But in order to work with the corporations, I would suggest that in addition to product, you need to understand the frustrations or the legacy of corporations, like what I just talked about, the experience that we have gone through. Because if you understand their pain points, it's a lot easier for you to do your pitch. And also, it is very important to understand with your great product what value you are adding to the customers. or to the ultimate beneficiaries of your product. Because what's important is not the technologies nor the product itself, but the value we are adding. So I'm going to show you just a couple of the examples that we have got, and you'll see what do I mean by adding value. First is our new disruption management program. Being based in Hong Kong, it's almost inevitable to face major typhoon or airport shutdowns every summer. And in the old days, it takes forever to make protections. By the time you finish, 24, 30 hours has passed. Meanwhile, you have phone call flooding from all your customers trying to find out what will happen. So what we have done is we automate the protections process behind the scene. Instead of taking more than a day to do so, now it could be done in just a couple of hours. And also we make use of latest technologies in chatbot, in mobile technologies, so that customers can find out what production has been made. And if they book directly with our website and they want to change the production we have arranged, they can do so themselves. That will give back the control to the customers. They can either take an earlier flight that is available, or they can take their time, stay around in Hong Kong for longer. So the control is back to them. The workload is off of our frontline. Everyone have the transparent informations, and the pressure at the airport team is a lot less. So this is how, not very latest ad technology, but things that we use on a daily basis. But if you can put it together with a clear business objective, you can really make great changes. Second examples, we launched our business class catering F&B propositions late last year, well received by the customers, but workload on our cabin crew had increased, and they had to walk a lot between the cabin and the galley. So we give them a piece of iPad with another one in the galley. When they take order from the customers, they know that what is available. They don't need to go back and forth. Once they take the order, preparation is already done in galley. So customers are happy, easy for our frontline staff, for them to do their great service. So this is another example. The value is added through our frontline who eventually go to the customers. So in Cathay Pacific, we know that what we can do is more than just connecting destinations. We know we can connect to the emotion of our customer, we can connect great ideas, we can connect everyone in the ecosystem and deliver more. So throughout the years, we have put together different programs. So whether you are still studying, you can join our annual hackathon. We have done 3 years in a row. That, if not the biggest, must be the most popular hackathon in Hong Kong. And for those who have been doing great in our hackathon, many of them, before they graduate, they come to become our summer intern. After they graduate, they join our IT training program. We have been running the program for 4 years, and there are more than 50 of them with the company, and these are our future IT leaders. Startup, we are going to launch our Global Acceleration Academy with Hong Kong Science Park. One of the many ways we work with the others in the ecosystem to nurture new startup. And of course, we launched our Agent program at RISE last year. So this year, we feature 8 interesting startups from Hong Kong. But please do visit their product after this. And then for those around here, it is still our core job to connect destinations. In the past, Cathay connect all the international finance sector, but over the last few years, in addition to the traditional San Francisco, Bangalore, Shanghai, Beijing, or Boston, we fly to more IT center in the world. We start our service to Tel Aviv 3 years ago. We started Dublin last year. Just at the backstage, one of the staff told me that it was a lot more convenient for them to come to Hong Kong. I encouraged her, please fly more with us during the deep winter. And we just started flying to Seattle. So these are the way that we can help to connect Hong Kong to the other international IT centers. So I think we all have a role to play in the ecosystem. We are all good at what we are doing, and we all have our own objective. But by working together, whether it's government agency, universities, startups, IT suppliers, companies like ourselves, if we can join hands, we can definitely make Hong Kong to be the leading hub for technologies and innovations. So this is what we mean behind our brand platform.
係送貨啊，咪送
Move
下，
beyond.
送下。
Thank you very much.